Hello viewers, hope you are well wherever you are viewing this video. Today we are going to look at how to answer interview questions so that you can succeed. Remember, in the previous video we looked at 15 key questions which commonly appear in interviews, and we did explain a little bit about answering those questions. So in this video we elaborate more in detail how to give answers to those questions, and where necessary we give examples. So here we go. Question number one: tell us about yourself or introduce yourself. This is the most common questions I've said. This is the first question of job interview. In most cases, if you answer it well, you'll make a good impression. So here you state your name, what you are doing currently, your skills, your experience, and any other qualities you have which make you suitable for the job you are applying for. Now, question 2: why did you apply for this job, or why do you want to work for this particular company? Interviewers want to understand the reason why you want to change from your current position to the one you are applying for. So ensure you give explicit answer to this question. Explain that you are changing because you want new challenge, for instance, or maybe you like the vision of the company of which you want to work in. So if you give this answer, then that will be a cracking answer and you are ready to go. Question 4: can you tell us something about your education or training? For some jobs or position, education is very important. That's why they ask this question, because there are certain skills which are needed to perform a particular job. So hence, offer a good answer to this question regardless of your level of education. In other words, be honest and explicit in your response. Question 5: can you tell us something more about your working experience? Yeah, employers want to know your experience, where you worked, what you gained, what your achievement, and so on. So here you should pick the most related experiences in this question. You can pick one or two experiences which are most recent and they are related to the job. The other question is, why should you hire you? This is a very also obvious question and very common as well. You should focus on unique selling points, USPs, things which you make different from other candidates, competitive advantage with other candidates, so that you can win them and get the job. So here you look at your achievements, what you can do best than others, your special, your unique, or your niche in terms of performance. Question 7: what are your strengths? Each and everyone has a strength. So here you look at the strong strengths, the strong strengths we have. Say one or two strengths that are relevant to the job. Out of many strengths, just pick one or two which you think are the selling point. Question 8: what are your weaknesses? Each and everyone has weaknesses just like strength. So here you identify weaknesses and you say them, but make sure you say weaknesses which are not detrimental or are not negative to the job you are applying for. So you should say weaknesses that are not so important for this job so that they don't weigh you down. And also explain in each weakness how you are going to get rid of it. For instance, you might be very impatient in your performance, or you don't because of pressure of work. You need to explain how you are going to try to develop skills of being patient. Okay. Question 9: what are your goals in the next 5 years? Each and everyone has goals in life, but the only distinguishing feature in this question is you give the goals, you align your goals in relation to the goals of the company, because you are applying for the job. So as much as you may have personal goals, try to see how those goals can be aligned with the vision of the company, because the company want to make progress, prosper. So you should align your goals so that they can see your contribution. So in other words, you are saying connect your goals with the company. you are applying for the job. Question 10. What are your biggest achievements? Okay, if you have worked before or you have not worked, at least there are some achievements in your life. You need to enumerate these achievements because they are very important. Remember, achievements are more important than experiences. So, of course, these are tangible things which you did, and you can say, okay, I did A, B, C, D, and I achieved this. So, employers are usually impressed by achievements. So, state your achievements and make sure you align them with the job you are applying for. Question 11. What characterizes good supervisor in your view? In most cases, you work under somebody, preferable supervisor, even work with your colleagues. So employer here want to know characters of preferred supervisor in your own view or in your own judgment. You should say obvious answer that you can ready to work with any boss. You are not very particular, very specific. That would be also a cracking answer to give. Question 12. What motivates you or how do you motivate others? Motivation is key to achievement. Without motivation, there will be no achievement. So motivation is important in every job so that good performance can be realized. It is important to know what motivates you. We call that self-motivation, as well as what motivates others. So those are very key issues in about motivation. For instance, you can be motivated by a company making a contribution to the company so that it can move ahead, can make improvement, can improve production and so on, or performance in general. So that can motivate you. So achieving your goals itself is a self-motivation. Nobody wants to be failing all the time. People want to succeed. Okay, to question 13. What are your salary expectations? Okay, you work for salary, you need salary to survive. But the trick thing here is that when you are applying for a job, you don't emphasize so much on salary as a deciding factor for you getting the job, because you might be knocked down on account of that. However, you need to mention a range, a salary range based on your search or finding. Maybe you have Googled, you have interacted with other people who have worked in that job before, so you have a rough figure, so you can give a range. Alright. Question 14. When are you able to start? Say you can start when the company or the employer needs you, or you'll start as soon as possible. That would be a suitable answer to give. In other words, that shows you are ready for the job. When you are hired, you are ready to be up and running in terms of performing the job. Then the final question is question 15. Do you have any questions? Yeah, definitely we might have one or two questions. So it's important to ask the questions so that the interviewers can feel you are connected with the job you are applying for. But ensure you don't ask questions related to job description or questions which have already been answered or asked during the interviewing process. So you may ask one or two questions which are very important. You may ask what are the next steps for the recruitment process, or two, you may ask what challenges does the company or organization face at the moment. Those are very good answers, question to ask. Or what do you expect me to do in the first 100 days or 30 days as the case may be. So that will also be a perfect good answer for you to answer. So remember to answer these questions very well, and more questions may be asked during the interview. So if you answer them well, you are likely to get the job. So we shall be presenting more in this video series. Remember to subscribe in this video so that you can be getting updates. I'll be rolling out more videos on this aspect and others. So also ensure you click the link below in the description so that you can get access to the website, and you can be able to download the PDF documents for reading at your own pace. Thank you for watching.